you mentioned wanting more explosive, big chunk plays out of the offense. I think that's been a focus for you in the 5-8. What does this offense have to do differently to create those kind of things?
Well, you're always looking at how do you create them, and what schemes give you that ability to do it, where are your strong points, where are the places where you may be able to create a matchup, where are your weaknesses, where a weakness may get exposed, when you're trying to create an explosive play. So we're always looking for ways to do that without giving away too much scheme stuff. Obviously we evaluated it very hard during the bye week and looked at ways to do that, to do it better.
Is that tougher to do without Derek?
Well, anytime you lose a caliber of player like Derek, anytime you lose playmakers, it hinders your ability to make as many big plays. So obviously, when you look at it, it's what players can make them, how can we get them in those positions, and then how schematically does it work against the opponent you're seeing.
How much of that falls on both Devins, Gardner, and Funches to be those?
Well, I think it falls on everybody on the field because, it falls on when you start talking about the passing game, the receivers have to be right at the right depths and making the right moves, and the line has to protect for X amount of time. The quarterback has to throw the ball in time. When you talk about the running game, you have to secure the line of scrimmage. Back has to hit the right hole. A lot of times explosive runs, your receiver may have to get an extra block on the backside of a run to create that extra space. So there's, once again, it goes back to you got to have 11 guys doing it on every play. It's not just one guy here or one guy there.
Mark, with the offensive line, when Eric is healthy again, whether that's now or whenever that is, are you going to try to get him back in there? Because he was obviously part of the line until January.
Well, you go through the process of evaluating each and every week, and we're going to play the best 5 available linemen to us that we feel on every Saturday.
Is cohesion important?
I think cohesion is important, and when you get injuries and you take guys out, you go through another growth process with somebody else playing a different position. And obviously, hit on this before, you look at the best lines are usually lines that play together for an extended period of time. So obviously, cohesion is a part of the factor.
Doug, you talked about how pleased you are with Devin's preparation. Where have you seen him make progress?
I think the biggest thing he's made progress is his understanding of defense. And it's simple on paper to identify the plays offensively and what you want to do. The next step of it is, okay, what defense am I getting? What is that defense built? Where are the strong points of that defense? Where are the weaknesses of their defenses? Now, how does that relate to the play that we're running? And then you talk about repetitions within system, and that's why a lot of times you see quarterbacks in new systems. It takes them a while because they get it, they know what they want to do, but it's the process of getting it done. And then a lot of that's repetition and tying your feet and eyes together and getting to the right place at the right time because there's so much timing involved with everything.
Go back.
Without Derek, you're obviously looking for more from Justice. Can you talk about what you saw from him against Penn State and how much more you can get from him in this game?
Sure, Justice is a guy, I think, when you look across our offense, maybe the one player that's improved the most throughout the season, from where he was at the start of training camp to where he is today. Really been pleased with his day in and day out progress that he's made. So obviously this guy's been a big third down part of what we do. Our best protector, understanding our protections and the things we want to do there. And obviously he does have some speed and some quickness, some things he gives us in the running game. So the more we can get him involved, the better we're going to be.
We got time for a couple more. Angelique.
Doug, can you share some of your memories from that 04 game?
Is that what year it was? That seems like a long time ago. I'll tell you guys a pretty funny story now. This is pretty good. I don't know, but DeAndre Cowell was our running back, and DeAndre we were on a sprint draw and breaks a big run. I think we went up 17 with I think it was just over 8 minutes or something like that. We're sitting in the box, and one of our coaches got really excited. It was back when those glass windows roll up, and he jumps up and goes, "Yeah!" And the next thing you know, we're sitting there and just glass just everywhere across the thing. So we spent the rest of the fourth quarter and overtime just draped in glass. So it was pretty interesting. So then the next story was, people thought we were upset because we lost. That's why the glass got broken. But it really wasn't the story. But that's one thing I'll never forget about that game.
Who was that?
I can't tell you that.